Dear students, welcome to Doctor's Academy for Taxation and Accounting. If you are watching my channel the first time, please subscribe it. Please watch this video until its end, and if it is useful, please subscribe it across the students community, those who are learning taxation. So today in this video, let us discuss the residential status and incidence of tax. The assessees are broadly classified into resident and non-resident. Again, the residents are subdivided into resident and ordinarily resident, resident but not ordinarily resident. The residential status is an important factor for determining tax liability or the incidence of tax. So let us take 9 different situations under which the income is earned by assessee and whether they are liable to pay tax depending on their residential status. Let us see one after other. The first one is income received in India, whether accrued or arisen in India or outside India. So this is the first situation, income which is received in India, but it may be accrued or arisen in India or outside India. If it is received in India, then across the 3 types of assessee, whether resident, ordinarily resident, or resident but not ordinarily resident, or non-resident, they are liable to pay tax for it. Secondly, income deemed to be received in India, whether accrued or arisen in India or outside India. If the income is deemed to received in India, again, across the 3 types of assessees, they are liable to pay tax in India. The third situation is income arising or accruing in India, whether received in India or outside India. This case, income is accruing in India or arising in India, but received either in India or outside India. Across the 3 types of assessees, whether resident or not ordinarily resident or not resident, all they are liable to pay tax in India. Now the fourth one is income deemed to accrue or arise in India, whether received in India or outside India. So here the income is treated as accrued in India or arised in India, and it may be received in India or received outside India. All these 3 cases, all the three types of assessees are liable to pay tax, which means if the income accruing or arising in India or income deemed to accrue or arise in India, across the 3 types of assessees, they are liable to pay tax. Now the fifth case is income received and accrue or arisen outside India from business controlled from India or a profession set up in India. I would repeat, income received and accrued or arisen outside India from a business controlled from India or a profession set up in India. In that case, the first 2 categories, that is resident and ordinarily resident, resident but not ordinarily resident, these 2 categories are liable to pay tax. But in the case of non-residents, they are not liable to pay tax. An income which is received and accrued or arisen outside India from a business which is controlled from India or a profession set up in India are not liable to pay tax in the case of non-resident Indians. But the case of resident ordinarily or not ordinarily, they are liable to pay tax. Now the sixth situation is income received and accrued or arisen outside India from a business controlled outside India or a profession set up outside India. So the income is received outside India, business is set up outside India or controlled outside India. In that case, only the resident and ordinarily resident are liable to pay tax. And the case of not ordinarily resident and non-resident, they are not liable to pay tax for such a kind of income, from which income received outside India from a business which is set up outside India. Now the seventh situation is income received or accrued or arisen outside India from any other source. I would repeat, income received or accrued or arisen outside India from any other source. Only resident and ordinarily resident are liable to pay tax in India, and the other two categories, they are not liable to pay tax. And the eighth situation is income accrued or arisen and received outside India in earlier years but later on remitted to India during the previous year. Income arisen outside India, received outside India in an earlier year and later it is remitted to India, then across the three types of assessees, resident, ordinarily, not ordinarily or non-residents, all are not liable to pay tax in India. And finally, the last situation is past untaxed foreign income brought in India in the previous year. I would repeat, past untaxed foreign income brought in India in the previous year. Across the three types of assessees, they are not liable to pay tax in India. So dear friends, these are the 9 different situations under which the income generated by the assessee, whether it is resident, ordinarily resident, resident but not ordinarily resident, or non-residents, they are liable to pay tax or not liable to pay tax. Hope these situations are clear to you. Please watch it again. If you have any doubt to be clarified with respect to this context, please write your comment in the comment box. Share this video across the students community. Thank you very much.